Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to episode 9 of Tactical Reset. In this episode, we're going to be heading to D. So, in the last episode, we did Final, and we got all of our gate unlocks for D, K, and Mini. So now we can go into D, and we already had our LI unlocks for from Lit, so we couldn't activate it before because we didn't have gate, but now that we have that, we can go straight to Last Inflator. So let's see here. Let me turn these off. So there was a bug that lets you go out of bounds that I used just to explore the map. There's an entire, I think this is K, just built on the back of D. I'm not sure why it's like this, but it is. It doesn't affect our run or any run you do in here. You can't get there anymore. But I still have this explored on my map, so that's why you see this. All right. So Last Inflator, if you haven't seen this before, I don't think we've done Last Inflator on our runs yet. It gives you these wild cards, which lets you refresh your metals and harvest the metal room. This is 2 weapons. This is 2 of all keys and 2 of all orbs. This is 2 accessories. This is a lot of movement. This is a really weird one. This one gives 100 magic. And this one gives you 50% more sunstones, but you can't use the wishers anymore. All right, so on this tower, if you are doing this tower for real, you want to use type E. I'll show you what this does real quick. So this lets you use leap, a bunch of abilities that are really, really good. This one right here, cat stamp, is one of my favorites. It turns off arrows and pops. It costs 200 mana on top of choosing type E, so it's pretty expensive. There's some other stuff you can do. This one disables magic jammers, but it's just leap that you use. This costs 1 stamp. You get 2 when you activate this. 3 if you're level 100. It's 1 more per 100 levels. But this leap lets you go anywhere you want. And what you can do with this is you can activate it in magic jammed rooms. So you could do this. You could get into here. You could get the feathers in this area, and then you could come back and you can use leap to get back to this doubler right here. So you get a lot more XP when you're doing that. One problem with that is that in our run, we don't have any metals. So I'll see all these feathers. You spend every single metal on D getting these feathers, which is like a ton of XP, but we don't have the metals to get any of these. We get this one. This is the only one we get. So it's not nearly as good for us to go in there. And also, this is an unlock run. What we want is we're trying to get to mirror. And to get to mirror, we need this. This is Metal World. This is unlock that is only available on Last Inflator. It costs 70% of your sunstones, and it halves the damage that you take. It's really expensive, and it's only good in a handful of towers. I think there's only 2 where we use this on the top routes right now. You can use it without being like in the top routes. It's probably pretty good for us since it halves the damage. We might end up using this a little bit on our runs, but Mirror is one of the towers where you need this, and in towers where it's good, it's really, really good. So Metal World, this is our goal. And when you use Leap, it says right here that you can't get permanent items if you use this in the presence of a magic jammer, like this one. So we are trying to get all our unlocks here, so we're not going to be using type E. Instead, we're going to be activating type C. This one's not too bad. It gives us a bunch of keys and orbs, so it's just, pretty nice to have. So we'll activate that, and let's just talk about this tower before I get started. There's a lot of feathers. This tower is all about XP, so there's quite a few doublers. So there's a doubler. Let's see, there's a doubler right here for 4 glories, right here for 4 glories, and also right here just off in the middle of nowhere. So the basic goal for this tower at any sunstone range is to get as many feathers as you can and then get all the doublers. So that's what we will be doing. Um, it's a little bit harder with low resources because these guys actually do a ton of damage to the Nexus. And you can't level up attack because it's D, so you are forced to get attack from other means. The other thing about this tower, remember, Reese, if you saw this in another video, this guy right here, the legendary Berg, is worth 18,000 XP for some reason. Like, it's just, you can see the Kronbergs are worth 2,000. Star is 1.6 thousand, 1.9 thousand, but these guys are worth 17.5 thousand. So promote and demote magic is really good. It just gets you a lot of XP. These two right here. So definitely use these to make legendary bergs. Unfortunately, because of our progression point, we're gonna have to. Well, first of all, we don't have any mana. We have one goddess feather, I think, and normally if you had every stage unlocked, you had all the gates done, you'd have like 110 mana, maybe 113 magic points. Um, in this run, we have very little, so we are going to have to skip some of that magic that we would really like to have. So in your run, if you're copying this, you should be using magic for promotes and demotes. I'll talk about what you should do if you have more resources as we go through the tower. So this gives us 2 ice keys. We're just going to melt them. We don't really have a way to get value out of these right now, so don't worry about that. We are going to use glitch sword. So this is something, if you have better resources, don't use this. This is a waste of magic. It's just a way to get attack. What you really want to do, if you want to use type E, get in here. Or you don't have to use type E to get in here. You use type E to get back. So you would go through here and you would get some attack Sunwisher. And that's way better than this glitch sword. Like way, way better. But this is just what we have to do. So my run is going to do a little bit worse because of that. We're going to grab Moon Orb. We're actually not going to grab Solar Elixir because I want to get some of my stones in the Attack Wisher because we're going to need some attack to get through here. So we're going to pop the red medicine here. This is really good because there's a lot of, I'll show you, there's 154 red potions. So for 100 sunstones, we're getting more than 150 attack. And we'll pop our badges just to get some more stats. We'll save the rest of the sunstones for the attack Sunwisher once we get to the Nexus. Alright, so let's just get through it. So there's no HP multiplier in here. We're not running EOB, so we have our HP multiplier. We're free to take every HP item immediately. You could get a little bit more value if you waited till type G and then you could get like more ranks of blue medicine, but it's pretty low value here. What I'm doing first is I'm just going up the tower and I'm getting all the HP in case there's red potions just to get some more stats. And now we're going to, most of our attack is going to come from leveling up. So we're just going to go through and look for feathers. That's all we have to do. And I'm going to be taking some key levels. I don't know exactly how many key levels I'm going to need, so I'll probably end up overshooting the keys that I need, and then we'll talk at the end about how many levels we should have taken, but I'm just going to take a bunch now. I want to get these red potions down here. It's only 8 defense, so it's not really that big a deal if you mess this up, and it's kind of annoying if you don't have the keys that you need. So I'm going to do 4 reds. I'm going to wait on these keys here. I'm just going to keep looking for feathers. So we'll go through here, get this red potion. We're going to go through this fighter. I'm willing to pay this, and we'll get this feather. We'll take a yellow level here just to get through this door. And then we'll go through these fighters, and not this fighter yet. We'll go in here, get all these red potions, get this feather. And this guy's 1,000, that is fine. And we'll go through here. Let's see. Let's do 4 red keys should be good. Let's get 2 blue keys. And I could have gotten that, but it's fine to wait. I don't need the hit points right now. Blue potions don't give me stats. We'll open up this for the Heavenly. Heavenlies, remember, they are 1 + 1 + 10 on this level. So let's see. We're not hitting this guy's TRT, so we'll just go through here. Get this feather, this Heavenly. And let's see what we want. Let's get 3 blue levels. I think blues are actually the worst keys in here. And then I want to get maybe 3 yellows. Let's see, 3 yellows. I'll get 1 more yellow. I think this will be too many, but I don't mind losing the defense just so I don't mess this up. So that'll be the last key level. From here on out, we're just going to take defense, and we're just going through the tower looking for feathers. Let's see. This one is cheaper. We'll go up here. This guy's 1,000. We can take 1,000. Kill this guy. Go in here. Get all of this stuff. All right, our feathers outstanding. We have one up here. And this guy's feather is what we want, so we'll take this feather. And let's change our item pin to feathers so you can see where they are. This guy, you know, we can fight this guy. 2,000 is not too bad. This is only 1,000 now. Let's do that. Get these feathers. And this guy's 7,000. We'll wait on his feather. Alright, let's see where our feathers are at now. On this level, we'll go in here. Yeah, this is fine. So we'll go through this guy, take 1,000 damage from that. And let's keep going. Let's keep going. We can just go all the way to the bottom to get some little bit of stats. Let's see. We can actually get here because our fighter... Oh, we can get this one. So we have yellow keys here. You want to do it like this. If you go right along the blue line for these, that's pretty good use of yellows. And then we can open this yellow too, and we can get this feather. The final fighter hits pretty hard, so let's see. Let's go through this yellow 3,000. Okay. Is 3,000 the next one I want to do? I think it is. There's a lot of 3,000s. Maybe it's not. Let's do this one now. This one doesn't cost us anything. So let's get in here. We'll pop this platinum for this feather. And let's see. Let's use the moon orb here. There's not really going to get a better use out of this. And in the Nexus, it's all air. So there's no good paved targets anywhere in the Nexus. And the only really good paved target in the main area is right here for these returns. So you might think that, like, you know, paves are really valuable, and normally they are, but we're just going to use paves to get a little bit better tempo because we just need the one. There really is no good use for the paves besides just saving some keys around the main area here. So we're just going to use them to pick up some feathers when it makes sense to do that. We have 2 more paves. I'm not sure where we're going to use them, but we'll figure something out. All right, the next thing I want to do is let's go back up top and get these feathers. We'll pay a yellow here, pay 4,000 for this guy, and then we can go through here. And now let's go do the same thing, pay for this guy. Alright, and then we'll pay our 2 violets to get in here for this feather. Alright, now we'll go through here. Did I mess this up? Yeah, right here. It's just to save some life on these guys. And we can go in here. You don't need to go over there yet. Heavenlies are great, but it doesn't matter too much. So we come up here, minimum kills because we're going to get more XP. And let's see. This guy's pretty expensive to take, so let's look at this guy, 9,000. Alright, we're going to go through here next, which looks like this. And then, let's see. So what we're going to actually do here is we're going to... Yeah, we'll go through here. These guys are a bit expensive, the final fighters. We do need to pave these returns. We need these. Do we need these? I don't know. I think it doesn't matter. The paves really don't have that much value. It's fine if we... It's fine. It's fine the way that we're doing it here. Just getting all of these feathers, and then I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to go ahead and pave here, and I'll pave here, just to preserve some kills. I'm not sure if that's the most valuable way to pave just to preserve kills, but it's fine. We'll just use it like that. Now we'll get this feather right here. And now we will get... this was a better pave, probably. It doesn't matter. Maybe not. I mean, eh. 2 paves preserve 1 guy. We should have paved this square and then maybe a different square, but it's fine. We'll take this guy, and then that's every feather. So, again, in a type E run, we would want to take this doubler after all of these feathers here, all of the feathers in the Nexus, but we just can't do that, so we're going to grab the doubler right now that we have all the feathers in the main tower. And then we're going to use 1 fire herb to punch through this guy. And this will give us a ton of XP because this guy's worth a ton, and we're never coming back here. So this is our only opportunity to kill this guy, so we kill him. And then we'll level up 27 times. Took most for HP, don't worry about that, that's okay. We're going to have a way lower XP multiplier than like a real meta run here, but we will get all the unlocks, don't worry about it. We have to spend all our metals right here because this square right here is where you come back from the Nexus from these squares, so there is no choice. We'd love to get all these feathers, but we have to do this. I think we have more returns than we need now that I'm looking at this, so that's a mistake, but it's not a big deal. We could consider this winner's key, but I don't think we need the swap. We have 4 swaps on the moon orb. Alright, so the other thing we're going to do is... I should have temporary miracled this yellow clown just to save some HP. I don't want to undo for it, so we'll just pop this now. I don't know what we're killing next, but I'll hit one of the rangers here and just save some minor HP there. Alright, so we put all of our sunstones in there, and then let's see about going into the Nexus here. So every 4 glories we can get a doubler. We want these doublers, so let's just go into the Nexus. And now, let's see. Let's go ahead and punch this guy with our Temp Miracle. Didn't really save much at all. And then let's punch this guy. Just punch him for this feather. And then we'll take this badge. And again, I just want to reiterate. These doublers, you want to do them after all these feathers. Still, there's not as many feathers in the Nexus as there are in the main area, but see, there's tons of feathers here. But you can tell we don't really have the stats for the Nexus. It is beating us up. So we need these doublers just so that we can play the game. So we're opening this blue so that we can do a swap jump for this doubler. We're getting all these doublers now will just let us scale through the Nexus and get the unlocks we need. We're going to use our swaps here because this is they're good later, but doing it like this will just get us to more doublers. So I'm going to swap this blue shadow, and then I can grab these 2 glories. And with the 2 glories from type C, now I can jump back to the Nexus, or to the metal room, sorry. And now we can open up one of our doublers. So now we have 9,000% XP. And I'm not sure, let's see, so we're going to need, our next goal is to get enough attack for the Nexus. We're going to want to use the glitch, different glitch sword. This is called Glitch Guardian Sword. This is just glitch sword, I guess. And this will give us the attack that we need to go through the Nexus. It's just 12 attack per level. If you have more sunstones, well, first of all, if you have more sunstones, you can just put more stones in the attack wish or not need this, but it will also give you a little bit more attack per level. All right, so let's see what I want to do here. My question is if I want to kill this guy or not, and I don't think I'm ready to kill him yet, so let's farm out the main tower a little bit at least. Um, if you have more resources than I do, especially with magic, then what you're going to want to do is leave a lot of these Masterbergs alive because you want to promote these guys later into the legendary bergs and get more XP, especially if you get it at like max XP multiplier. It's just really, really, really good. So we're just going to go through here, kill these guys, get a little bit of stats. We need to get 13 levels. Did I overkill here? All right, this is fine. So we'll get 13 levels, and now we can use. Hopefully, you need 1,000 attack for this. We put 500 stones in the attack wisher, so we probably have this. The glitch sword that just gives a temporary attack does not count. So hopefully we have this. We don't have 1,000 attack yet. All right, so that is not great, but we're just going to go through here and grab these things. I don't know how far off we are, but we're going to keep on grabbing heavenlies and red potions to try to get our attack up to that 1,000 range. So we never pop this yellow right here. Let's do that. Let's see, what else can we do? Let's go for these reds. Oh, so we can see right here, base attack is 948. So we're not that far off, but we've got to find 50 attack from somewhere. And actually, I think we can... Let's see. I think I might need to kill this guy without max XP multiplier, because we're still really far off of these guys in the Nexus. So let's just go ahead and do it. That kind of hurts to do, but this will get us the levels we need here. And for our every 100 levels, you get a new wild card. So at level 100, we can get a new wild card, and we are going to take Magic Tail. This will get us some more magic, and we can go ahead and pop this. This is 15 attack per level, so it's a little bit more stats. We still don't have the attack, but we just pick up one of these badges here, and now we can go ahead. See, we're invalid here. So we will go ahead and pop the Nexus Sword. And now we have a lot of attack. So armed with that, let's go ahead and start going through the Nexus for... let's just see how far we can get. I'm not sure. All right, and what we can actually do here, let me see. All right, we can leave this guy. We can go through the side here. We take 10,000 from this guy is not the worst. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. We'll just keep going through here, punching these guys and getting feathers. They don't. These feathers are much, much less valuable since we don't have doublers anymore, but they're still good to have. Let's see. So we need to get up to 10,000 attack to zero these final rangers. That's the next thing we have to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to punch these rangers for that because we're just going to be taking levels, and no matter what we punch, we're going to be losing XP because we don't have the last doubler. But at least if we punch the rangers, we get the drop. Nothing else indeed gives items when you kill it, except for the rangers, which give 10 defense. So we're just going to be a little bit efficient with... actually, let's not kill those. Let's instead go this way because we need these glory keys. So, all right, these things are zeroed. That's fantastic. We can take these feathers, and then... let's see. I think at this point, it is better for us to go for the last doubler than it is to get these feathers, just because we're going to be having to take cron enemies that are worth a lot of XP. So I'm going to spend a red for this one, and then I'm going to grab this feather here, and we'll call that good on feathers, and we'll go get our other doubler. So we need 4 glory keys for that. All right, so we're gonna go get some red keys. We can get, actually, we don't need yellow keys right now. Then we can get these red keys here for the plat key. And now we'll go blue red, that's a glory. Blue red, that's a glory. And then there's also glories on the first level, these two right here. So we are, how are we going to get these? We are going to swap this guy like this, and then use another jump to get back to here. We'll spend our glories on this last doubler. So this is just what our XP multiplier is going to be, is 19,300. Not nearly as high as we would hope, but that's just how it is for us on this run. All right. So now our XP is basically as high as it's going to be. We can get a little bit more, but it's meaningless compared to what we have. So we're just going to take kills now, and from here, we've basically won the tower. There's not really much that we're doing. We're just going through, taking defense levels, zeroing everything, and seeing how much overscore we can get at the end. So you can see we have, let's see. We might as well go get these feathers just for like very minor XP increases. So let's do that. These slashers aren't zeroed yet. Let's take a couple more kills of other stuff before we waste life into the slashers. We're close. All right, slashers are done. We're heading down towards Agent. We want to rob his feathers. And that's okay, almost have these bosses done. We're gonna freeze these keys right here to help open the next area, so I don't want to pick up these keys. The thing that you should be wary of is the clowns, both on EOB and our run, is you want to make sure you have the stats to kill these clowns. These two are good to kill on defense, and Red Clown is supposed to be on attack. You have some options for Red Clown. You could indom him and use the Eternal Potion if you don't have the stats for him. I think we still have 5 Frost Herbs, so I think we can zero him from 100k by just taking Frost Herbs at the end, which is also an option. If you have these herbs, they're really good on clowns. Not all runs do Moon Orb in here, so you might not have that, in which case you could stat cast them, you could do the Indom trick, you could hold stones to tempt miracle them. You have a lot of options as to how you want to get through these clowns, but they're worth a ton of XP, so you definitely want them. And also, all right, so we're going to, let's see, what do I want to do here? I'll go ahead and take, are there any legacies we actually want to use? Not really. These are all pretty useless. All right, we'll just take double weapon, and we're gonna score on the second weapon, so I'm fine taking that now. I want to spend my mana on, let's see, can we do Dreamer? Not yet. All right, so let's just go ahead and go back here and shift E through the tower. I'll leave these guys in case I somehow have mana to promote them. I'll leave all of that type of berg, not this guy. We're not going to have mana to promote them, I don't think, but Now that we're at max multiplier, this is just what you do. This guy is special because he's only one promote away, so let's go ahead and promote this guy. So that gives us 14 levels right there. It's pretty good, even though our multiplier is not great, like I said. Let's go ahead and grab all this. We'll score above our already at 11. You know, 11 is not a lot for this. Here's a device here. We'll just grab all the devices as we go. We should have access to all of them now. Leave those guys. We'll shifty this room. This stuff we'll get later during cleanup. Shifty this room is fine. We can crack this open and we'll take these. You can freeze those two to help open up different rooms, but we'll just take them. Alright, and we already cleared these areas over here. Alright, so there you have it. That is most of the main tower done. Let's do the same to the Nexus, and then we'll see about promote magic. Let's get the agent for his feather. Let's get this guy. I think the dreamers will beat this guy, and I want to not grab this platinum. So let's go ahead and go to our mouse avoid list, and we're only avoiding the plat key because we don't want to go in there. Alright, so we'll kill the dreamer. We want to remote open this like that. Alright, so here's Metal World. Let's just grab that. So that's what we really came here for. So this run is a success. We can grab these medicine dictionaries. Just, oh, we haven't killed that clown yet. Alright, so let's keep leveling up. This guy we can kill. These guys we kill. This guy is one demote away from the legendary bergs. We'll kill him for 11 levels. And then we'll go ahead and go through here. Just delaying these badges for later. This guy is one demote away from a legendary berg, so let's hit him too. And probably that's our last magic. You can see we want magic to do another Nexus sword for our... we want these winner's keys. Alright, so it's just these guys left. Let's go ahead and kill these bergs. We won't have the mana to promote them, so down they go. Alright, that's every enemy dead. Let's do the clowns. Let's hope we get 30 levels from them, because that would be another sword, which is good for scoring. Alright, so we have this guy zeroed. We just need the attack. So we have fire herbs for that. One fire herb will zero the blue clown. We'll take 20 levels here. We get a new wild card. I don't know what we want. I just don't see much value that we're getting from anything. Let me think. We don't have the thing to make an accessory. We'll take this guy's device. This guy we have zeroed. We just need the attack, so that'll be one fire herb for this guy. We're going to end up with 2 extra fire herbs, assuming I can zero this guy, which I think I can. So let's go ahead and take this. 5 fire frost herbs, yeah, easily zeroed. So there we go. There we have it. That guy's done, and this will be our end level here. I guess it's refreshing the metal room. This is very low value, but I think... Okay, let's see. This gives us 5. Does this give us enough for breakout? Breakout? It does. So that's what we'll do. I mean, this is... Okay, well... Okay, it's fine. Don't worry about it. This is our last level, so let's just grab all the badges here. Badge, unlock... Okay, so this changes things a little bit because we are going to break out this room. No, let's not break out yet because you can't get unlocks after you use breakout. So Let's just grab our goddess feathers. We're up to 126 on C3. That's pretty good. Um, let's see. It's not going to get much higher than that because that's just how the tower works. Memory of the Bereaved. Any other unlocks? Let's see here. This one does not show all the unlocks in here. I guess the devices aren't unlocked, so it wouldn't show that. Let's just go through all our rooms and see if there's any unlocks we missed, and then we'll break out after that. We got that one. Let's see. All right, that's all the unlocks, so we can go ahead and use our breakout. I just kind of want to show you what breakout does. You don't need to do it. You can freeze this room, freeze these keys that we took right here, and open up all of these pretty easily, but just watch this. It's a pretty funny spell. It's only actually good in a couple places, but paves the whole room, gets us all this stuff. It looks pretty funny. Works on air, works on most tiles. So we'll go ahead and I guess we just pick these up then. Our keys are, yeah, we did not do a good job with keys. It's like I said, we ended up taking way too many if we were going to break out that room. So that's okay. No problem. Let's just grab everything. Shift-D these badges. Shift-D everything here. I don't know what we need these winners for actually, but it's all good. Okay, yeah. Let's use another sword. Just get some more stats. Alright, that's everything in the Nexus. Let's go ahead and grab everything in the main tower. Is this the best use of a red? I don't know. Nothing is going to change our score very much at this point. But let's not do that red. Let's just do this as just a little bit better if we do it like this. Sure, why not? We can open blues just for all this stuff. So yeah, we took too many key levels. We're kind of just burning our keys for fun at this point. HP really doesn't matter very much in this tower. There are 3 Eternals, but you can see the HP right now is just not a significant part of our total score. And I guess we can open this 3 attack. That's kind of useful. We can get 4,000 more life. That's kind of useful. There was definitely a way that we could have used freeze orbs to get in there. Like, look how messed up our orbs are, but doesn't matter. So we'll take this Eternal. If you're wondering how this part works, when you have Type C, you can open doors remotely. So you can like open them without being next to them. So like you can use it to steal Eternals like that pretty easily, or any time where there's key blocks, you can just kind of open them up if it's useful for you. All right, so we know that's everything already. So let's go ahead and take our last 2 Eternal potions and see how we did. Alright, so that's going to be a 176. That's not a bad score for our resources. We could probably do a little bit better, but if you want a really good score in this tower, what you need is Type E, and then eventually you need EOB. But we'll take it for now. Obviously, this could be optimized more. We didn't even use 2 of our herbs. But this will be a couple hundred sunstones and every unlock. And good news for you guys and bad news for me is this is the last tower that we had to do before we do Dawn. So next time I see you guys, we'll be looking at Dawn, which is not a gate tower. We won't use any of these unlocks, but it's a pretty long and difficult tower. So I'm really bad at Dawn. I've always just used Xylex's video basically when I go through there. So I'm going to have to actually learn the tower before I show it to you guys. So that's going to be an adventure for me. And we'll see you next time with that. All right. Have a wonderful night, guys.